Hi, this is Pirates broadcaster Joe Block. It's time for the 2-minute timeout with Joe Shuda.
Former Pirates pitcher Jerry Royce recalls getting into a jam when even the late Dave Parker couldn't help him.
Well, you got to remember, Dave Parker was very verbal in the clubhouse, and that was just his nature. It was his way to get himself ready for a ball game. The players enjoyed it. It was just a different time and place in Pittsburgh baseball history where you had this kind of clubhouse. It was just a lot of fun. Usually it was centered around Dave Parker. We were in Chicago, and in those days we stayed at the executive house, and Dave and I happened to be staying on the same floor, making our way down the elevator. It stops at another floor, then walks Muhammad Ali. And it was the first time I saw Dave's eyes get wide open because Ali was a hero of his. And at that point, he had never met him. And Dave stood there, and for the first time in his life, he had nothing to say. He couldn't say anything at all, like, hi, how are you? Nice to meet you. So I looked at Dave and I said, well, go ahead. Why don't you just tell him right now how you can help him? And Ali, of course, was good-natured as anybody. He didn't say a word. He turned around, he squinted, he looked at Dave, and Dave started laughing and saying, no, I didn't say that, and then finally put his hand out. That broke the ice. The two of them met, and Ali, still within character, looks at Dave and says, I know who you are. Then he looked over at me, and I put my hand out to shake it. He wouldn't do it. And he says, I know who you are, too. You're a troublemaker and an instigator. And I go, uh-oh. Then I looked, and we still had 10 floors to go, and I thought, this is the longest elevator ride that I will ever have in my entire life.
And you survived.
I did survive. By the time we hit the bottom floor, everybody knew everybody, so that was quite an incident with the Pirates, and that was just one of many that occurred over 22 different seasons in the majors.
I'm Joe Shuda with this 2-minute timeout.